Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and today we have Indiana Jones Sands of the Adventure. This game is for ages 8 plus, for 2 to 4 players, and it's brought to you by Funko. Indiana Jones, time is running out. It's up to Indiana Jones and his friends to rescue the Ark of the Covenant before it falls into the wrong hands. Scour ancient Tanis to find the elusive relic, while building up your strength and resources. But beware, if the sand timer suddenly swings over, it triggers a race to survive. Battle the scheming Colonel Dietrich, the dangerous Major Todt, and the ruthless Dr. Rene Belloc to save the Ark. Again, the game is for ages 8 plus, 2 to 4 players, and it takes about 45 minutes to complete it. This game was released in 2023 by Funko Games. Again, for more information, you just go to funkogames.com. Okay. Love the theme of Indiana Jones. Huge fan of the films. Of course, the new film just came out. I have not seen it yet, but I know my kids went to go see it and they loved it, so I saw this game for sale and I said, let me pick it up. I think the retail value of this was 29 bucks or 25 bucks. So anyway, let's crack this bad boy open and let's see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So as always, we start off with the rule book. We have Sands of Adventure, a field guide to the lost city of Tanis and its artifacts. In the back, it says Marshall College Press, Bedford, Connecticut, in 1936. So it stays with the theme of the Indiana Jones films, obviously. So Tanis, the main complex. We've got a kind of a rough schematic map of the whole area. Then, of course, we have the components sheet for the game setup. Again, more of the game setup. If you want to learn how to play the game real quick, you click on this with your phone and it brings you right to a play summary of the actual how to play this game. And there's a setup right there as well. So what's the object of the game? The Third Reich is in search of the lost Ark of the Covenant, and it's up to Indiana Jones and his friends to stop them. Work together to battle through 3 rounds and defeat the final villain to win. Tells you how to play, what the sand timer does. Important, the time phase is a fast-paced and action-packed. Be sure to learn how it works before you play the exploration phase, since you never know when the sand timer will flip. You have the exploration phase. You can move, do the adventure tile, roll the threat dice. Information down there. Lots of great pictures to explain everything. The threat dice. Add a gem, large gem, activate. More examples there for you. The cards. You have a basic card, you have an upgrade card, you have snake cards, you have attack cards. An example of that. Then you have the playing cards. Drawing cards, burying cards, damaging the villains, defeating the villain. The time phase. On your turn, play any number of cards, draw an action card. Snakes. Power tokens, ignoring a snake, interrupting, play any card. Ending the round. The sand timer runs out. Player can't draw a card, action deck is empty, or a villain is defeated. The health cube reaches the skull. Preparing for the next round. You set the round, reset action deck, reset players, reset the sand timer, new adventure, new villain. Now begin the exploration phase of the new round, starting with the excavation leader. Winning the game. At the end of round 3, if you weren't able to defeat Rene Belloc, he gets away with the Ark and all the players lose. If you defeat Rene Belloc, the players rescue the Ark and win the game. information about Funko and all the great people who brought you this game. Again, it's a game by Prospero Hall. So there's your rulebook. It's about 20 pages. No, it's the rulebook is exactly 14 pages. So there you got it, 14-page rulebook. And we also have some punch outs. Not too many, actually. Interrupt, play any card. Ignore snake, ignore snake. Again, these things pop out. Nice thick cardboard. It also goes back in as cleanly as it came out. And you have your villains here as well. You have your upgrade and snake discard, and you have your upgrade deck. Of course, you also have what you can't let Belloc get in his hands right there, which is the Ark of the Covenant. This is the back of it. The three figures are the same. Power, 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 and Sands of Adventure. Oh, and that's how easy they come right out. And that's your punch boards right there. You also have a mess of cards. All the fronts are the same. So I'm going to cut this deck in half. You can look at the top halves first. Again, we have to read through the rulebook to see what all the icons mean and how to use the cards, because some cards, as you could tell, are solid color. Oh, see, there's Indiana Jones. So you have the red, the yellow, the green. One of his friends. Now, what's the difference between the blue and the plain background? I'm not quite sure. Of course, the icon in the corner, the shovel. You have two, the hat, Indy's hat, and you have this icon here as well. So again, there's appears to be no writing on any of these cards. Okay, that's the first half of the deck. Second half of our deck. There's your snake card. Really digging the artwork on this, though. I mean, it's really, really great picture of Harrison Ford. And the different characters from first Indiana Jones film, Raiders of the Lost Ark, which of course is an iconic film, one of my all-time favorite films, probably in my top 25 of all time. So I'm assuming that there's a difference between these two cards. I'll see. They're both Indiana Jones, but I'm assuming with the whip and with non-whip. I'm assuming, but again, I have to read the rules and again, try out the game. Or watch the video that I mentioned earlier before. Okay, so I'm going to leave these cards faced this way so you can see what those look like. So you get two of those decks. You also get different size gems. So you've got a bunch of these small ones. The small gems that look like that. Very cool. And we have some very large ones. So size comparison. There's your small, And there's your large. So there's as you can tell, it's very easy to tell which are the small, which are the large. Okay. But you get a bag full of those. You also get the 3 characters here that either stand. So we got a couple stands here. We got 4 of them. And probably one's for the Ark of the Covenant also. So there you go. You got 4 of those. You have 1 orange cube. Just 1. And you have game-specific dice. So there you go. There's one side. Indy's hat. You got a torch. You got a book. A shovel. That's what you got. There they are. So it looks like you got 2 torches, 1 shovel, 1 book, 1 hat, 1 amulet. I'm going to assume that's the amulet, but I'm not sure 100%. That's what's on that die there. Then you have 2 action die. You have X's on one. You got the small jewels, and you got the large jewel. So you got 3 small, 1 X, or 2 X's, and 1 large jewel. Large and small jewel. There they are. So you got, they go in this baggie here. Also have some figures. These are like 40mm size figures. They're the same size as in the Scooby-Doo board game released by CMON. I forget his name, but that's one of the characters. He's a good guy. Of course, you get Indiana Jones. Nice detail on it. Again, about 40mm in size, about the size of a army guy, you know, plastic army guy, about the same size. Again, here's the guy in blue. Again, it changes some colors are a little harder for to be picked out. We got the guy in the green. Nice detail, nice solid figures. And then you got Indy's girlfriend, who is hard to tell because of the red color, but she's got good detail as well. Put that over here as well. And we have some more cards here as well. These are oversized cards. So we'll start with the main characters. We just saw the figures, so I could show you the main characters. So you have Indiana Jones. Indiana may move to the same adventure tile as the villain. Back it tells you it's a reference sheet. So expiration phase, turn, move, do the adventure tile, roll the threat dice, add a small gem, add a large gem, activate the villain. Time, phase, turn, play any number of cards, draw an action card. If you draw a snake, roll the torch die until you roll a torch. Indiana Jones. Indiana may move to the same adventure tile as the villain. So there you go, that's Indiana Jones. You also have Marion Ravenwood. Marion draws 6 cards instead of 4 before each round. Again, the reference is all the same, but Marion draws 6 cards instead of 4 before each round. You also get Salah El Kahir. Salah only rolls 1 threat die on his turn. Again, references all the same. Salah only rolls 1 threat die on his turn. And last but not least, we have Marcus Brody. Marcus starts the game with a power token of his choice. It says the same down here, but all this up top here is exactly the same as all the other cards. So those are your 4 players. Green, red, obviously Indy is tan, and then Inusala is that one. Let's go over here. Then we have cards that represent the villains. It says villain round 3, villain round 2, and villain round 1. So we have Colonel Dietrich. The X means move right. Each player there must bury a random card from their hand. There's his health meter. Also, he has 10 wounds. Takes 10 wounds before he can get eliminated. And that's, of course, villain number 1. Villain number 2 is Major Tot. Move right. Each player there must add a small gem to their sand timer. Has 12 wounds. He's a little stronger. And obviously, to knock him out, there you go. So that's 1 large gem, 2 small, and 1 small. And then you also have Renee Belloc. Move right. Each player there must roll the torch die and bury all cards from their hand that match that roll. He's got 15 wounds. There you go. He's the main villain in round 3. So there you go. There's your villain cards. And you also have some more cards. So I'm going to put these cards together over here. So I can move some stuff around here a little bit. Then I also have these cards, which have a front and a back to them. And these are your main tiles for your location tiles. So this says danger lurks in the back alleys, peril in the market. Draw any number of upgrade cards. If you draw 2 with the same color, bury all cards you drew this turn. This is round 1A. Turn it over. The truck was filled with explosive. Dangerous truck. Bury the top 3 cards of the upgrade deck. You may shuffle the action deck round. This is part B of round 1. So that's all. See the first. Yep. That's in the first round. Okay. You also have Ripple. The seer knows the secrets. Riddle of the amulet. Draw an upgrade card. Round 1A. Then it says submarines in a secret cave. The hidden base. Play a card to draw 1 upgrade card. If you played a basic card, draw 2 upgrade cards instead. Round 1B. So that's Riddle the Amulet. You also get Working Hard to Uncover the Past. Digging Tanis. Gain a power token. Round 1A. The first step to finding the Ark. Secrets of the Past. Play 2 cards to gain a power token. This is round 1B. There you go. Then you also have the map room. The amulet will show the way in the map room. Draw 2 action cards. You may play a card. Round 1A. Then set sail for adventure. The Bantu Wind. Draw 3 action cards and roll the torch die. Bury all cards from your hand that match the roll. Round 1B. Of course, then you have the big German is looking for a fight. Airfield Fisticuffs. Draw an action card and an upgrade card. Round 1A. Don't let the Ark get away. The Ark on the move. Draw 2 action cards. Activate the villain. This is round 1B. So obviously you have an A and a B side to each card. You also have another one which says here, found again after 3,000 years, the Well of Souls. Draw an upgrade card and gain a power token. Activate the villain. Round 2A. It belongs in a museum. The Ark is revealed. Reveal the top 3 cards of the action deck and take any revealed attack cards. Bury the rest. Round 2B. And last but not least, we also have the Ark marches towards Gleamhaven. Draw 2 upgrade cards. You may play any number of cards. Round 3A. Keep your eyes closed. The Ark opens. Play an attack card to damage the villain twice. Round 3B. So obviously for each one of these rounds, so it's round 1, 2, and 3, you get the villain for each of the rounds. villain round 1, villain round 2, villain round 3. So this now totally makes sense to me, which villains go with which round, which is awesome. Now they talked about a fantastic sand timer, which is worth the price of the purchase of this product. You have a base, which comes along here, and you have 2 stands. So let me show this first. It's got the snakes all over it. Not much on the back, but there you go. There's this. Then you also have this. You have 2 of these that are identical, which is cool. Now, to put those together, you look here to make sure which side is which. So you look up here. You see how it has those little tabs there? You have to put those tabs where those go here. So you turn it, and it goes this way. Connects in here like this. Okay. You get the other one. Same thing. Put it in like this. And you have the sand timer. The sand timer is really, really cool. Got a swinging basket. Got a cool head on it. Almost looks like a jackal or something. I'm not sure. The sand timer, as you see, the sand coming down. The basket at the bottom. This goes in here like so. And this goes in this side like so. And there you have your sand timer. The sand timer moves. So that's pretty cool if you ask me. And sand timers are always used in a lot of different games, so that's very cool. That's definitely a cool add-on for this game. So if I bring this up for a second, just a little bit. So everything you see here, let's try to get everything in the picture. It's a little harsh with the sand. Timer's a little tall compared to everything else. Again, it moves, so that's pretty cool right there. And this is everything that's included in the unboxing for Indiana Jones Sands of Adventure for ages 8+, 2 to 4 players, brought to you by Funko Games. As always, thank you so much for joining us on this unboxing. It's always appreciated. If you'd like, you can give us a thumbs up. You can always leave a comment below. Also, you could always hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release any new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well. Enjoy the remainder of your day. I will catch you on the next unboxing video.